Hi everybody, and welcome along to another Shearer Smokes. And you join me today at a different part of the River Devon. And as you'd have seen at the top of the video, it's been a rather wet and misty day here in Tillicoultry. Tillicoultry being the town that I now live in. It's about 3 miles outside Dollar, my hometown, and is of course on the stretch of the River Devon. I'm in quite an interesting part actually, because I'll pop in a little video just to show you what I mean, and I'll explain after the video. So yes, that gives you an idea of where I'm situated. And the interesting part about where I am is the larger section of the river, which is behind me, is the actual River Devon, and that's the river that you see me having a pipe or a cigar on most of my episodes. But the smaller river that's running into it is actually the one that comes down from Tillicoultry Glen, and I've done a couple of videos in the past showing you some footage of the glen up there, and so these two now join in, becoming the River Devon, which then flows onwards into Stirling and joining the River Forth. It's a great fishing spot, this area here. Some really nice salmon gets caught here. Yeah, and it's just a nice spot. I've never actually had a smoke here before. I've pottered around just to kind of scope it out, but yeah, it's nice, even on a day like this where it's a bit, as I said, it's a bit misty. It's still a bit damp. There's a light rain falling, but it's quite mild. So yeah, it's okay for sitting out. And interestingly, this kind of light rain's been on the go since the early hours of the morning. And interestingly, if it stays like this, as you can see from the video, the river has already swollen quite a bit, and if the rain increases, then the road that just came down is very partial to flooding, and it just becomes impassable. So hopefully it'll just stay like this just now, so I'll be able to get back up the road. I do have the wellies on just in case. But it is nice just to get out and get some fresh air. I've been stuck indoors most of the day. So yeah, I've been stuck indoors most of the day. It is my day off, but I had some coursework to catch up on with, and also I was booked in for a 3-hour training session through a Zoom call. So yeah, so fair to say, no matter the weather, I was coming out to get some fresh air and clear the head. And as I said, it's actually still quite mild, and it's only a light drizzle, so it's fine. The camera at the moment is actually perched in a tree, hence the sort of weird angle I'm sitting at. But it's doing its job, which is great. Smoking wise, I've got the Peterson 314 standard system, and in the bowl I'm smoking the very last of my Dan Tobacco's Salty Dogs. So I don't have any to show you, but I do have a picture which I took before I prepped the tobacco before coming out, and here it is now. So yeah, a really nice bit of pressed tobacco. I did a wee episode on the salted dogs, quite a few months ago now. I think I smoked that on a visit to Curis, when we visited the old abbey, and I had it within one of the ruins, which was quite nice. But yeah, the salted dogs, very nice. Sweet Virginias with a touch of Perique through it, and that, of course, slight topping of the rum. And these flavours really come through, which is really good. I actually quite like the ritual of slicing these types of pressed tobacco, and of course the history of the sailors using it, as it was easy to obviously carry around and easy to store as well. So yeah, there's a nice bit of history behind it as well. So thank you to Smoky Dan, who was responsible for sending me out a sample, which was very kind of him. Another winner, Dan, so another one added to the list. Filming on a Tuesday today. I'm not off again until the weekend, so I'm hoping the weather's going to brighten up. The forecast isn't looking too great. So we'll just need to play that by ear. I'm hoping wherever you are, you're having a good week. I actually quite like this spot. It's really quiet, even though there's that road just off to the right, as I was talking about, the one that gets flooded. It can become quite busy. But yeah, this spot's just nice, and it is actually only possibly about 10-minute walk from where I live, in the flat. I'm out in the car today because I'm heading on after here. I'm heading on into the town of Alloa. I've got some stuff to do there. But yeah, it's generally a nice stroll. Where I took the video at the top of this video is a rather nice walk. On a better day, obviously you get a far better view of the local hills. But yeah, as I look around, I can see the leaves already changing colour, and to me, I think we're coming into perfect pipe smoking weather. As I said before, this will be the first time I've had an autumn sort of stroke winter pipe, so looking forward to that. Which leads me to a question. I don't know if you have, say, a particular tobacco that you smoke coming into this type of season, the autumn, winter times. Be interested to hear your views on that. The drizzle I can feel is just starting to become a touch heavier. So I'm going to finish off what's in my bowl, and I'd like to thank you again for joining in and watching, and hopefully I'll get out and about on my next days off and post up an account of my adventures. But until then, my name's Shearer. Enjoy your smokes.